Mm-hmm. Yep. I do mean for you to be seeing this. Greetings. Happy warm up Sunday. This April 3rd, 2022. All right. Am I feeling some mo? Actually, I'm using art as therapy. Come on in. Need a little therapy, a little therapeutic crafting? Come on in. Prep work first. Let's get this desk ready for this. I don't know what you're seeing, how you're seeing. I hope this is working. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Oh, warm up Sunday. Greetings. Got a lot of things I want to do today. And during this warm up, I'm doing a real craft room warm up. I'm just gonna warm up the way I really warm up. I touch the things that I have gathered. I pulled a few things out of the midst of the clutter that I keep around after journaling. I did a lot of journaling yesterday, and I'm in the room today with the aftermath. And to warm up, there's a couple of experimental things I want to do, a couple things I want to tell you, and I'm just going to let it flow naturally. How's this camera angle? What that looking like? I'm just tidying up, looking at what I can possibly play with. Oh, this is a napkin Mod Podge, colored, painted, and Mod Podge. That's a beauty. That looks like what something I want to play with. Let's hold that on my lap. We're gonna use that. Envelopes. Oh yeah. Feel inspired to create something with those envelopes. I'll show you that in a little minute. I'm just gonna slide that over here to the left, to the right. Oh, paper dresses. One of the dear hearts said I got off the live really fast last week, and that somebody had asked a question about showing how to make these little dresses. I say okay, but say I'm just learning how to make these myself, and I be putting my own spin on them. Like I start with the format and then I spin it how I want to spin it. So I will get to that this morning. Look at that. That's a spin that didn't quite work out playing with a deeper paper. Hey Cheryl, just getting warmed up. Oh wow, look what I found on the desk in my warm up. When I was pulling materials might want to play with today, I saw this in a magazine. It's Jamie Foxx and his little sister who has Down syndrome, and him at an event that he was raising funds for Down syndrome. It touched my heart because I hear Jamie Foxx talk about his sister publicly, and he loves his sister. And for those who don't know, I am the mother of a Down syndrome child. She has, in the last couple years, gone to be with Jesus, and it's only been a couple years, so it's a new something for me living life without my daughter Stacy. And so when I saw this picture, of course I see Stacy. Most people with Down syndrome kind of look similar. They have some characteristics, but this definitely made me think of Stacy. So I pulled it on out of the magazine just because when I think of my Stacy, I smile. She was a piece of heaven sent to me. I had the privilege of being her mother. She was pure love, and I just was touched to see that picture. And so I had pulled out a lot of things I want to play with this morning. These are some images that I had sketched in my sketchbook. Generally in the morning, I just lay in my bed and kind of sketch. And I said I wanted to take some of these sketches and put them in the artwork. And so I want to do some of that today. So let's clear a workspace. Hey, Cheryl, I'm doing well. How about you? How's the family? So I will, just in order to get these off the desk, let me glue these onto a piece of paper with a little decoupage. I hear, Cheryl, you want to know how to make those little dresses that I was showing last week, and I got off too fast to hear that's what you wanted. So I will show you what I know. Like I said, it's a new something I'm learning. Well, that's my decoupage. So I will fold one of those in just a second here. I just want to Mod Podge these a little bit. Come on in the room. How's crafting going for you? You been crafting? Well, that too is matte medium. I may have to find the decoupage. What I do with it? Oh, I see it. Yes, man, dresses just too cute. Yeah, I found how to fold it. It's an art of origami, actually. And I saw it in a process video, and I said, that's too cute. And so, what you saw last week was some of the first ones I made, and haven't made too many more this week as I got caught up in other things. But I can show you what I do know. Down the Mod Podge. Let's spread some of that on here. I'm going to cut these out later and put them in the journals. Just seal it. It is warm up Sunday, and I thought about exactly what I've been doing with these warm up Sundays. And I said, I have not been in my Bible journal on a live in a minute. So I do want to play in my Bible journal as all week long. Last week, I felt like I was on a nice spiritual trek that the Father was just spending time with me, trying to lead me to see some things. So I do want to play in my art journal. I'm just going to set this off to the side. Hopefully it'll be dry by the time we get to needing it. Okay. It's very therapeutic, Cheryl. Just jump in. Use what you got. My drawing to me seems to be getting a little better. The art of getting up each day and just doing a little sketching seems to be helping. Oh, I might should have added more. I don't know if I'm going to be able to add more to her after I decoupage it. That's going to be something to see. Okay. Yeah, I just want to put a little surface of the Mod Podge on it so that when I cut it out, it has a little firmness. I like the way her eyes look. They look like they're really looking out. I was thinking of, and I probably should have photocopied these, make the some, just take a couple sheets of my little sketches and put them together, and I can make backgrounds and faces. I may try to do that before I cut these out. I've been trying to make my own background for the journals. All right. Yeah, just painting Mod Podge on images starts the creative juices going. So warm up. Yes, that's what's going on. The mind lowology of this is there's lots of things on my mind. It's something about simply just mindlessly um, putting Mod Podge or paint on the paper allows me enough time to be quiet enough to hear my thoughts, try to process, work through the thoughts. And that's generally what I use my warm up for. My crafting has seemed to be a gift from God to help me really live through these days we're living through. I really appreciate having my art because, you know, working through it helps you just relax and flow. And then to see the finished product, brings a little pride, a little smile, or a little, ooh, I got to do that better. But all the process is therapeutic and good. Yeah, these are some coffee stain napkins. I did have one layer of Mod Podge on it, but I feel like they could use another. Some of the prep work before we get to the journals. That's what goes in the warm up a lot of time is getting things ready for journals. And so this warm up, I probably will be making things to go into the pockets and of the journals as I have so many journals made that I need to fill them and decide what I'm gonna do with it. Some people saying put it on Etsy. I don't have an Etsy yet, but I'm thinking of opening an Etsy store. I don't know. I generally do my crafts for myself and I hadn't thought about selling them, but we'll see. All right. All right. Thank you. Okay. These little dresses. Oh, before I do that, this one is made out, this is a spin on the dresses. Um, and I made it out of parchment paper. And I like that idea because it's thin enough to be pliable, to bend. And like I say, I'll start with the original form that I learned to make the dresses, but then I put my own spin on it. So I just want to color a piece of the parchment so the dress can be a different color. And then we'll make one. Just gonna tape down the corners because I want to paint the on these, kind of like that piece that I put in my lap that just fell. And I guess I could have used that. But cheese it left. Snacks in the craft room. A must. Little coffee stain on there. I'm just tacking this down. I want to put some color. Because it's a warm up, I get to play. So this is the end of a bottle um, of color. I'm going to add a little water to that. See if I can get something to come out of there. What's on my mind? As I craft, like I say, I process things. And this week, I guess it's been more spiritual. Thinking about the things that are going on around us in the world. Feeling like, oh, that great spiritual war is going on. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. It is happening. So I'm just trying to get a little color on the parchment paper. Spread it around a little bit. And I love gold, so I'm trying to use this bottle up. Spread some of that on here. Not worrying about the pattern or where it's going, just putting it on here. This will be the print that'll be on the dress and other bits that I use this paper for. Isn't that relaxing and feels like a great warm up, just splashing color. Blue, gold, and a little orange. That's my palette. Those are my colors. So staying true to self, I guess. Now, in my real warm up, I would turn my blow dryer on and dry this and be able to move right along. And I find when I do it on the live, I worry about the noise. But today, because we are doing what's on my mind, I'm going to do it. So you guys forgive me when you hear the blow dryer. Just know it's part of the process. And I think that just needs a splash of black. Yes, the Bible fulfilling itself. And the meaning of all that. The real meaning. I know this is our journaling space, but for me, that's the most important things that's going on for me. And what's on my mind is what are we looking at? And what does the Creator want us to be doing? Well, standing and believing and teaching and letting people know while you can. You might want to create a relationship with the God Almighty, Creator of everything. and learn about the promises and what we're looking at today. Because it is big. It is big. Okay, I'm going to put a little black. This is intuitive printmaking where I'm just whatever happens, happens. I kind of would like specks. Let's see. Don't want to get my water all dirty, but I kind of want it to uh, just drip onto the page. Let's see what I can do. Make a pool of the coffee. Ooh, that's black already. Put the black in it and just kind of splash it around. There we go. See what we get when we cut it. I like the splashes. That's very relaxing. Oh, I'm glad it doesn't bother you. Nice. All right. That should be enough color to get us started. So I'm going to turn that dryer on. You guys forgive me. I'm going to take a sip of this coffee. Mm. Got so many journals over here. The dryer's kind of wedged in. I'm going to turn it up a little higher to go faster. As it's drying, I'm going to add a little more of the gold. Nice. Just that fast, we have um, paper to make our dress out of colored paper. I love the image, the colors together just like that. Now, to make that dress, so here's Cheryl, this is for you. How to make the little dresses. Now the top part, I usually get a little creative, but I'll give you the basics. And you can go here on YouTube and put in uh, paper dressmaking, and you'll get a whole bunch of tutorial process videos on how to make the paper dresses, okay? But what we need is a 6 by 6 inch square to make the dresses. So you want a square paper 6 by 6. I have my 6 marked off. So I'm going to rip this at 6 inches and hope I keep it straight enough. And then we need to make it 6 by 6. Got a lot of stuff in the way. And so I have that marked too. And so you can cut the 6 by 6 squares, or a lot of times some of the paper packs you have 6 by 6. There we go. Okay. So let's see if I can remember it all. So the first thing we do is fold the paper in half, the long ways. And I see my edges aren't even, but I'm not going to worry about that because I truly decorate the dresses when they get done. So I fold it in half, then open it up, and then fold one half into half again. Fold the other half into half. Now the thing I don't remember if I got this the right way so that I can get the color on the outside. I hope I did. I've been working on solid paper, so it doesn't matter generally with the solid paper. Then we just flip it over and push the sides in so that it goes in half. So I'm taking the sides and I'm just pushing them in. Okay. So that's our center pleat. Here's where it gets tricky. We want to fold it up. I want this to show, and I don't think I quite did it right, but I'm gonna improvise and do the steps and hope I make it work out. So you're gonna push the bottom or the top up, and I'm gonna try to fold it so it's almost in half, just shy of in half, and pull it down. I feel like I might have confused you with that. I hope I didn't. Okay, so now we have a top half and a bottom half. What we want to do is fold this down to kind of make a collar, like a little paper airplane start. And then we're going to fold the other side down to make the other half of the collar. Just folding the corners back. That's already starting to look like a pretty dress to me. And then you just pull your sides out. Right? So I'm pulling the other side out. Fold it down. So you have something like that. Then what you want to do is flip it over and you want to pull the back down. So when you flip it over, you have this tube shape. And so on the top, I want to pull it down. Stick my finger right in there and pull it down. If it feels like it's giving you resistance, you can open the collar back up so that it'll pull down. And it's giving me resistance still. I'm going to make it work. This is where I get to creating. Because some kind of way that's a little bit off. But I'm going to make it work. So it's basically just to fold the top back. So I would suggest you really watch the process videos on these because those ladies are masters. I'm still just learning. And so I'm going to take, after I pull the top down, I'm going to take the sides and fold those in. Kind of I cinch mine in tight because I like a big waist on the dresses. I like my waist to go in. And so that's just take this and fold it over. I pull my waist way in because I like a tight waist and fold that down. Okay, then I flip it back over and we pretty much got our dress. Oh, I like that pattern. That pattern came out pretty. Now, this is where I do, so that's the basic. And it looks a little off. This is where I start tweaking and doing my own thing. Now that I have the basic pattern of the dress, I tighten this baby up to look the way I want it to look. Like I'm a fashion designer. I pull the collar the way that looks good to me. That's why I'm suggesting you look at the process videos because I be doing extra personalizing these bad boys. And you will find yourself doing it too. That little straight dress that is the pattern is cute, but in my books, kind of like them to look like I touched them. And so I'm just playing in the waist area, trying to cinch the waist. Look at there. I love it. I do love it. And now, because I like a tight waist, I'm going to pinch that one more time. And I love parchment paper because it's so pliable and yet stiff. So you can manipulate it and it'll really move for you. Thank you. Yeah, the pattern is beautiful on that. Do you feel like you got that, Cheryl, that I did that slow enough that you can see kind of what you got to do? It's basically a couple folds. And so before I dress this one up, because now I want to decorate it because that's me, I'll try that fold one more time. Um, and let you see me step through it. Now, I know that this dress is going to be off a little bit because my square isn't square, but that's okay with me. Because I know I'm going to play with it anyway. So it's basically fold the paper, the 6x6 paper in half. It takes a little practice and I'm still practicing, but enjoying it. I have, created all kinds of little dresses. And so after you fold it in half, you're going to fold it in the halves in half. So you're bringing the sides to the center line. Both sides. I love that gold. That gold added so much to it. And then we're going to flip it over and decide what's going to be your bottom, what's going to be your top. I guess I'll let this be the bottom. And we want to fold up about a quarter way to what I'm calling my top, right? And then I'm just going to do a little fold as I fold it down. Now that kind of looks like my top is bigger than my bottom. And that doesn't usually work so good. So I'm going to fold higher up. Or bring the top down. Because I want my bottom to be bigger than my top. That's why you get to play as you want. So it's best to fold it from the bottom, then bring it down. Straight lines are the best. This isn't the straightest of lines because I'm me. I'm never looking for perfection. I do the best I can. Okay? And then I'm gonna fold my sides. Flip it over and fold my sides down. Pull. This one didn't quite come out right, but I'm gonna keep playing with it because I really want the colors to show. Let me reflip that. I didn't mean to confuse you. I want my colors to show. So all I'm gonna do is start over. I'm gonna start with the pretty colors on the inside. If you do solid paper, that wouldn't matter to you, but because I have that print, I want the print to show. Do that fold in half. Do that. Bring it in half again and again. I'm playing. Bring that fold up. There we go. Pinch it. I see what I'm doing. Because of that print, I'm going to fold it in this way. There we go. So if you want your print on top, be sure when you fold that second time out that you flip your paper. There we go. So you fold it in half on the back and fold it in half on the front. Cool. In this, you're going to just divide so you have a top and a bottom. And for me, whichever part flares the easiest is how I do it. So I'm going to flare this side out. It's going to be a short one. It's all in how much you fold in half. Oh, great. I'm glad you got it. Then fold the top down. And like I say, there's videos on YouTube that'll do it. And then just start playing with it. Make it your own. Make the dresses look like you want them to look. That's for me what art is. I'll see something, then I'll start playing for me. And then I just flip it over. And I'll bring my sides in from the back. And do the Deborah pinch. Because I like tight waist. Cute. Okay. Pull that top down if you can. If you can, when you're pulling the top down, if you want those sharp corners, you want to flatten them, and you'll get those sharp shoulders. Like I'm gonna pull it down and flatten it. Pull it down and flatten it. It's like it's gonna be a little bit off. Yeah, it is. You see how it's a little bit off? But because I'm not worried about being such a big origami person, I'll cut that. But I'm just gonna fold the collar back out. Oh, that's cute. Now I think the waist is a little boxy, so I'm gonna make it tighter. Now this is the part that's Deborah doing her thing, making her shape. Oh, I see putting some pleats in the bottom of that could be cute. Okay. I'm gonna yeah, get the dress to kind of poof up. They make their dresses real flat because they're putting them in books. Mine will go in a book, but I like a little dimension in them. I like them to be a little bit pumped up. Oh, that's so cute. Make the collar look like you want the collar to look. Like this one, I think I'm gonna take the top of the sleeves and make them make this like a halter dress. You ever seen those little dresses that are haltered? Oh, this one is cute, y'all. Do you like this one? This is cute. Let's dress those babies. So we've got two different dresses from the same basic fold. Okay, I'm gonna decorate them a little bit. This really feels like a warm up. Thank you, Cheryl, for asking to see that again. I love these little dresses and this color on them. So cute. I want to dress these a little bit because that's what I like to do. Like a little ribbon and lace. Maybe we'll make her a little pair of lace shoulder straps. I'm looking at what I already have right up here. Look like I got all that planned for something, but let's pull this piece. This is the fun part. This is like playing with dolls when you were a little girl, and I was that girl. I love playing with dolls. So my junk journaling gives me a chance to revisit my youth. Okay. I think I'm gonna use this with this one. Put her a little trim on the bottom. And you can get as fancy with the trim as you like. Lacier trim if you have it. Contrast of color. You get to play with all that. Yeah, like a sundress. Cute. That one I made last week, the tie-dye looking one, I love that one. It's gonna get in a journal. since summer's coming, uh, these dresses are a nice something to have found. Look at that. That's cute. That's cute to me. Then I'm gonna cut this little piece in half and I'm gonna make her some shoulder straps. That waist still looks a little boxy, so I'm gonna pinch that just a little bit more. Try to make the waist go in. I'm pushing the fold over is what I'm really doing. I love making these out of parchment paper. I saw a lot of people making them with the cardstock, stock pattern paper and stuff like that. But the parchment paper and designing the dress yourself really works for me. So I'm just cutting the lace a little bit, trying to make some shoulder straps. I think that sundress you were just talking about, Cheryl, during the week, I did put some straps on that dress too. You can do so many things. You can make a halter. I kind of like that, but I'm going to go ahead and do the straps. Can you tell Miss D gets really excited in this? This is a Fabrifix in this little tube. Had little accidents with my Fabrifix bottle, and that's what I could save. I hope I'm still in camera view and you're seeing me create that strap. Just pinching it to give it a little pressure till it starts grabbing. Cute. I like this little dress. I like that little piece of lace that's hanging around the bottom. It looks like back in the day we used to wear slips. And that's it looks like her slip showing. I may try to play with that later. Having a good time with this glue. There we go. Wow. I just feel like playing now. I got a little crystal pearl drops. I want to send a couple little drops around the waist and maybe look like buttons. So I'm just gonna squirt a couple dots. And I like odd numbers, so I have 5 dots. Okay, and I'm gonna leave out the top buttons and just kind of pull that open a little bit more. That is so cute. Couple drops on the bottom. just for decoration. These are dry and give dimension on the bottom. Trick is go down up and you get nice little pearl looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I like odd numbers. Make sure it's odd. Oh, that is so cute. Are you still wearing slips? Yeah, I haven't wore a slip in a minute. This one is cute. I think a little black belt on that would set it off. And then I'll move on, you guys. I will move on. But thanks again, Cheryl. I have enjoyed playing. I didn't know that paper was going to come out that pretty. Think it was Poetic Angel said, "You got off so fast. Cheryl was asking you to show how to make the dress." I felt bad, but I knew I'd come back and do it today. Oh, yeah, that'll set it off. Add a little of the Fabritrix. So cute. Always when I'm crafting, I have 5 or 6 ideas that happen at once. I had 2 or 3 different things I already thought about this waistband that I wanted to do. Let's see what I end up doing. Ooh, got glue on it. Cute. Trim that. Yeah, that's catching. All right, I'm gonna add a little dab more on the back of the dress. Make sure that belt stays attached. I'll be glad when I work my way out of that glue that I had messed up, but it's safe. That is so cute. Now, like I told you, mine has been on Bible things lately. And I was wanting to make one of these dresses with, oh, I put my fingers in the liquid crystal. One of the dresses and put fringes on it. Like in the Bible, it tells us to wear fringes. The Aaron back in the day, Aaron, Moses, and all those guys, they used to wear fringes on their clothes. And a lot of people, um, as we are living in these days, are trying to make sure we're doing the things that are pleasing to the Father. I've seen these young Israelites wearing their fringes, and it has made me happy. When I say young Israelites, I'm talking about young black men who have learned their true origin, who they really are. So let's make that says a plain dress, but we'll say it's her dress you go in the Sunday service in, so it can be a little plainer. Now, in the Bible, it talks about having your fringes and having blue ribbon on the bottom. So I'm going to use this piece of lace, and we're going to have the pattern on the top, and we'll have the blue ribbon on the bottom, and I can put fringes on it. See how that looks. I'm reading the comments. It's okay, nothing to feel bad about. I feel bad. Thanks, Cheryl, for being understanding. Oh, this is gonna be cute too. I know. I say everything gonna be cute because I'm playing and having a good time. Warm up Sunday works for me. I'm putting a lot of glue on that because that piece of ribbon is really thick. And I really don't have to waste that whole ribbon. If I snip it here, I'm gonna just put a piece of paper over the back, save some of that. I'm that crafter, hoarder. I was crafting yesterday or the day before, and I was watching some YouTube videos, and Hoarders came on, and it was this famous uh, designer. She was like a dress designer, and she ended up hoarding from gathering materials. My fingers are sticky. Gathering materials to create her designs, and it went overboard. It went into the sickness. We're going to reference the scripture about fringes on the page that you put in. Yes, I will. Oh, so thank you, Cheryl. Stop me from going down the road. I was going to be all about hoarders, but I did want to mention before I go that one of the things that happened to me this week as I was spending time with the Father was I had been inspired to create um, some journals that I'm calling your Bible art journal. Now, these are something that I really wouldn't mind putting in an Etsy shop for everybody to get. And so creating Bible art journals, and in the pockets, this between us. I'm not now announcing this anywhere else in the world, just with us here, my dear hearts. In the pockets of the journal, I'm going to put Bible scriptures. I'm going to type out or write out the scriptures in each pocket. When you take out a tag or you take out a ticket or something, it will be a Bible scripture. I think that is so cool. You know, if it ever gets to be where you don't have your Bible, or you don't, we get in a time where the enemy is not letting us just share our Bible as easy as we want. You can have your little art journal and have little scriptures tucked in the pocket that nobody would never know that that's what you got going on. I'm excited to start creating those. I started one during the week. So I'm going to turn her blue ribbon. No, don't do that, Deborah. If I'm going to be biblical, I need to put lace fringes on the bottom of that. Okay, create your fringes. We want white ones. I'm going to stand up a minute. Excuse me, because I have an old sweater that I done brought down to the craft room, and I'm going to use in my crafts. Oh, did I just bump y'all? And it has fringes on it. So I have ready-made fringes. I hope you guys are enjoying this warm-up. Thanks, Cheryl. So this is a sweater that I bought that I don't wear anymore. It has these fringes. So I want to cut them off. Cut them down and add them to this dress. These are not my good scissors. Yeah, gotta let those go. Try to use those when I'm cutting through glue. There we go. Those might be a little thick for this dress. because it's such a dainty little dress. And the fringes are kind of big. Let me rethink that. Cut each one in half and just lay it there. And I'm going to intentionally get some of the glue on it so I can mold it. Oh, I don't see my daughter here today. She would love this. She's loving wearing her fringes in real life. It's so nice to see how God has built a strong relationship with her in these days that we're living in. I'm not feeling these fringes, y'all. We're gonna get them on here. I'm gonna play with them, but I know during the week I'm gonna be designing some better fringes. uh, I was talking about watching God have his relationship with the children, my children. It's so beautiful to see my daughter just fall in love with the Lord and trying to be pleasing to him. Just brings joy to my heart. It's the best thing I've been seeing in these days because it's been some hard, ugly days. But one of the benefits has been the kids getting closer to the Father. I'm going to trim these after I get them on deeper. What I'm doing is touching the Fabrifix and rolling it on here so it doesn't be so puffy. I wanted to watch a YouTube video yesterday, and the lady took a paper scrap and sewed them together and made a roll of scraps. Yep. It cut down on having paper scraps everywhere. I thought that was the, oh yeah, I do that a lot. Making paper rolls out of your scraps, get rid of the scraps, making collages out of your scraps. And like if you make a master board or just a collage just full of just scraps, and then you glue them into a collage and cut them out and make your cards that reuses the scraps. There's great ways. I love working with scraps. There's this one lady, I think her name is Corinne something. She's a teacher, and her whole channel is about working with scraps. And she makes some great scrap projects. I think her name is Corinne. Corinne. I'll have to look that up and post that on the bottom of one of these videos because she's amazing what she does with her scraps. I'm working with it. I'm working with it. It's gonna work out in the end. I'm gonna trim them all in the end. It's that the material isn't as structured as I would have hoped. It's light and fluffy. The sweater I just cut this off was one of my warm fuzzy sweaters. It just doesn't feel comfortable on me anymore, so I decided to bring it to the scrap room. To the scrap room, to the craft room. Yes, it is, Cheryl. It's the most gratifying. And to watch him really work through these children is a beautiful thing. And then to start seeing the grandchildren having relationships. I tell you, even though these days are hard and we know that we got some harder days to go through, watching how God is moving, it excites me. It makes me know it's going to be all right. That don't look yet exactly like I wanted, but I'm a deal. I'm a deal. Okay. So we're gonna call those fringes, but look in the weeks to come that Miss Deborah, Miss D, figures out how to make some better looking fringes. That's gonna be a mission. Let's see. It probably needs to dry before I attempt this, but I'm me, impatient. I'm gonna attempt this. Kind of, sort of, kind of, sort of. It makes the dress look a little plain, but we said this is the one she was wearing to the church house of worship, so it could be white. It's first Sunday, okay. Mm. She got her blue ribbon. She got her fringes. She know who she is. Okay. A little belt will bring that home, right? Thank you. Yeah, that's the plan. Master everything I do generally in these warm-ups. If I like it, I continue playing with them after all. But look at that. This belt's gonna bring this together. I like it. And do I want it to hang on the side or just make it flat? I think I'm, because she has the fringes, which I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna let that be tight and put a cowrie shell on there and feel good. I can tell you, I thought I was gonna be doing something else on the warm up, but I got caught up in this. Ooh, and I'm okay. This is just a piece of you know how I use the baby wipes to keep my hands clean while I'm in here. This is just a baby wipe that I finger wipe my fingers with, and I painted and took the sewing machine and took a stitch down it. I like that. The decorating is always the most fun part for me. That is so cute. Praise and worship dance. Oh yeah, yeah, right. I love how we always think similar, Cheryl. I tell you, these little fringes and me, we got some work to do. We got some work to do. But I'll get it. I'm not gonna hold you guys up me playing because I will play with this for a while. You'll see the creations in these journals. Before I go, though, I am going to show you what I was talking about the little tiny, not tiny, but almost like travel notebooks that I'm going to make the little art Bible journals out of. I want to play with this some more because I haven't got happy with that quite yet. But I might not until after this dries. Then I can mold the fringes some more. I'll play with it. Let me see if I have a teeny tiny cowie shell. That would just set that off for me. My cowie shells are. Oh, yeah. Can you see it? Can you see it? That's a big glob of glue, but cowie shells are heavy for these little paper items, so I'm gonna stuff it with that glue. Oh, this is cute. Okay. And I'm not gonna ink and edge it until I do put it in a book. That is cute. Because I would edge it with the colors of the page that I'm gonna put it in. There we go. From the same simple 6x6 piece of paper, 3 dress designs. How cute is that? Let's see if I can that is cute. Yeah, thank you, Cheryl. I just want to show you. I know just about at an hour already. Over an hour. Oh, excuse me. I got caught up in that, didn't I? Guess I'm warmed up. I want to see if I can show you one of the little pamphlet art journals, travel journals that I want to make that are inspired to do the journals for God. I ain't trying to turn the channel into a church, but you know, it's the heart of Miss D, and in my warm up, that's what comes up. That is so cute. I had fun with that today. I've started playing with these. I'm going to use envelopes. You know how we've been recycling envelopes out of the mail. So I'm going to use those. Here's one that I really got started. It's not finished yet by no means. Uh, I'll put a closure on that. But I'll take those envelopes that oh, that might be too close. Take the envelopes that we are recycling out of the mail. Uh, and I'm going to cover them. And then I'm going to put paper. This isn't the one I want to show you, but it does show the envelope. I turned the envelope inside out. So I used the patterns, privacy, security part of the envelope. You know, the inside the envelopes have color. Use that. And each one of my envelopes, I want to put pictures in. Kind of like this one, another one I've started. I'm just trying to get the size and the shape of what they are. This one I was using a piece of file folder, I think. I took the envelope and I glued it to the edge of a file folder and got a little bird. I'm going to have where you could pull whatever tag I put in and out in that window part. And got little pockets going. So I'm looking at possible designs. I like having the little pockets. So that's two. I really had one closer to done. I was wanting to show y'all. Where did I put it? I don't know exactly where I put the one that, unless it ended up here. Sometimes I prep what I want to give you guys. And I lay it up high. Excuse me for reaching over the camera, but there I go. Things I'm gonna play with today in the craft room. Gotta finish painting her. She's looking a little rough. She's looking a little rough. Let me see. If I don't find it in the first couple layers of this pile, we'll have to wait. Hmm. Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff I've been working on. I keep a pile of stuff, don't I? Always close around. This is another one I'm making, practicing making closures. But this is what I kind of envision it to look like. Um, have the window, have something in the window. Either it'll be removable or standing picture, a nice pocket. It may just say Bible journal. It may just say journal. And have pockets here. Up top, I've been playing with this design. It says D News, meaning Miss D's news. The time is now. God is moving. So I want little um thoughts around God through this whole thing. What's going on? It says the gospel of Jesus Christ, right? That's the news. That's the news. The gospel of Jesus Christ. And then like in the pockets, we have little notes. Oh, that one I haven't wrote on yet. This is the one. It's kind of like it's a little tag in a pocket. And when you pull it out, it's a scripture verse. John 3:16. We all know, for God so loved the world, and have little things like that instead of just the normal things we find in our journals, those about God. This is just, the privacy envelope, which you can still see over there. And it was a old book, a designing book that I used the pages, and then I put some blank pages, and I'm gonna decorate, make pockets, and fill it up. So that's what's going on in my mind, creating little journals with Bible scriptures tucked away inside. I'm excited to start making some of these. I really like the idea. All right, dear hearts, what a nice day to share with you all. Yeah, I could see one of these dresses in a window. I want to thank you for coming in today. I hope you had a chance to warm up and I hope you had fun. I hope you could feel the spirit of the Father moving because, guys, these days and times, let Miss D just leave you with as you warm up for this week. Warm up to the thought of standing with the Father, being in close relationship, and not being fearful of the days that we have coming before us. That they're going to be deep. The president said there's going to be food shortages, but we're going to feed ourselves on the word, okay? Even if I have to hide it in these little booklets. I'm going to stop and I'm going to say thank you for coming, Cheryl. Loved it. I'm excited about the week coming. I'm excited to continue crafting. Until next week, peace, y'all. See you next